Hey guys, I'm Logan. I'm part of the VanClan team, and today I'm going to share with you our tips for surviving summer in a van. It can get hot, it can get sticky, it can get sweaty, all cooped in a metal box, and we've been living in a van for almost 5 years now, so we've gone through a lot of summers and we've got tips for you. So first up, the most obvious solution to dealing with heat is have a lot of circulation. And what do I mean by that? We always have fans running in the heat of summertime in our van. So we have an extraction fan up top that pulls in air or pushes air out, depending on which way we want it. And if we were to rebuild the van again, we'd probably have an extraction fan at the front and one at the back in order to create better circulation. We just didn't have the roof space for it at the time. We also have a wall-mounted fan that's pretty much on 24/7 when it's hot in the van, blowing air at us, and it's really nice in the nighttime because it's really nice to sleep with a fan on you. It's our version of air conditioning, I guess. And then we also have this fan here. It's a Honeywell quiet set. This is originally 120 volts, but David was able to jerry-rig it, I guess, to make it 12 volt, and it works really well because it's oscillating and super quiet for the nighttime. Another way that we mitigate how hot it gets in the van is we have curtains for our windows. These are not only great for the summer, but also for the winter. They are black on the back so that it pushes the hot air out or the cold air out, depending on the season. And these just button up inside of our windows. I'm showing it on the outside so you have an idea and an understanding. And then we also put Reflectix behind these curtains to really keep it better insulated. So with the warm weather typically comes a lot of bugs. You'll probably see flies flying around my head in this video, honestly. We have a lot of bugs where we live, and we spent a lot of time trying to keep them out of the van. So recently we switched our bug net on our van to a magnetic one. I don't know if you can see this, but it does up perfectly every time. Before we had one with a zipper on it, and it was just a hassle trying to get in and out of the van, bending down and zipping it up. So this one's off of Amazon. We retrofitted it to fit inside of our van, and it works so well for keeping the bugs out. Of course, in the summer heat, the best way to deal with the heat is to have an air conditioning unit. And some vans do have it, but it kind of takes a lot of power and can be a little inconvenient when you're traveling and not hooked up to a power source like you would be at a trailer park or something like that. However, there are countertop AC units. Now, to be very honest, we don't have one of these because the ones that we've seen require you to have a freezer and you put ice cubes in the AC unit in order to blow cold air on yourself. That's always an option. We've never tried it ourselves, but another way to also stay cool on top of having a real AC unit or a countertop AC unit is to have a freezer in your van. That way you can have cold ice cream, ice cubes, make smoothies with all of your frozen goods, and that really helps turn down your body heat and stay cool. Let me know if you have any ideas for how to stay cool in the comments below. And next up, we have the idea of having a moonshade or a awning. This can be an RV style awning, but we have what's called a moonshade, which is a portable awning that we set up whenever we reach camp or whenever we're parked up like we are right here. So it really helps keep the sun from shining in the door when it's open during the day and gives you a little bit of a living room outside that you can enjoy without being burnt or scorching in the sun. This one may seem very self-explanatory, but sometimes it gets lost when you're hot and you're stressed and you don't know what to do. Always park under shade wherever possible, whether that's under a tree or beside a big building that shades your van. I know it can be a little bit difficult if you have a big rig, but parking under shade definitely helps with how hot it gets inside. There's also the downside of the fact that you won't be getting solar at the time, but that shouldn't matter. If it's hot outside, you're definitely getting enough sun for the rest of the day anyway. This is our top absolute favorite way to stay cool in the summer, and that is spend as much time as possible beside rivers and lakes. Not only because it's super fun to go for a swim, but also because it cools you down a lot. Usually there's a nice breeze coming off the water, which helps you cool down, and you can also hop in, take a swim, and just chill out. We like being beside a river or a lake, and we try to prioritize going every single day because it's good for our dog. It cools her down, it gives her some exercise, and gets us out in nature moving. Whenever possible, try and cook outside. Maybe you have a little portable propane barbecue in your van, or even just a portable propane stove that you take outside to cook. We barely cook in the van in the summer. We try to get outside and use our barbecue, and we also just generally eat more fresh, cold foods like salads and sandwiches and that type of stuff. But not cooking in the van, especially after the sun goes down, helps to make sure that your sleep is cool and you're not roasting. And last but not least, make use of public spaces that are air conditioned. Most malls are air conditioned, most libraries are air conditioned, most rec centers are air conditioned, and those are all spaces that you're welcome into to enjoy. So maybe go for a mall walk. I know not all van lifers enjoy hanging out in the mall, but on a hot day, it's worth prioritizing. Or just go hang out at the library for a couple of hours, get some work done, and cool down. Make use of the spaces that are available to you for free. So that's all that we've got for you today. Hopefully those tips help you to stay cool as the summer heat comes rolling into your area. It's inevitable, but there are ways to mitigate it while living in a van. If you're not yet subscribed, we would love to have you join on our channel, and we'd like it if you could give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, safe travels.